Welcome back to this episode of FSPA Eats. Today, I'm in the lunchroom because we're going to be seeing if Lunchables are snack-worthy or lunch-worthy. And I'm thinking they're going to be snack-worthy. We will be rating 3 categories: taste, fullness, and presentation. Each will be on a sliding scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest possible score and 10 being the highest. Pay attention to our fullness factor, because that is what will determine if it is a snack food. First up is the Ham and American Lunchable. I think that I'm going to like this one because it has cookies in it. To build it, you just take a piece of cheese and a piece of ham and you put it between the 2 crackers. Now for the taste test. Alright. The cheese is good in combination with the ham, and the lightly salted crackers are perfect to hold the 2 together. Okay. So the cookies are like Oreos that are more powdery in texture. They still taste good, and I think that this Lunchable would be great as a snack. I give it a 7 out of 10. For fullness, I give the Ham and American a 5 out of 10. It was good, but it was quite small for a high schooler such as myself. For presentation, it gets a 6 out of 10, because I liked that everything was separate and had its own container. Next up is the Nacho Cheese Dip and Salsa Lunchable. And by looking at the cheese, I don't know about this one. There is no building this Lunchable, so let's get right to the taste test. Yeah, the cheese was as expected. It was watery and had a strong, fake flavor. Oh. Yeah, the salsa is way better than the cheese. It has a slight sweetness and a simple taste. I think overall, this Lunchable is good for a snack. I give it a 5 out of 10. For fullness, I give this Lunchable a 2 out of 10. Don't expect much of a lunch from this Lunchable. For presentation, it gets a 4 out of 10. You don't have to build it, and I actually don't like that. I enjoy making my Lunchables. Lastly is the Pizza Lunchable. I really like pizza, so I have high hopes for this one. This Lunchable is the most involved building-wise. First, you have to put the sauce on, sprinkle on the cheese, and then give it some pepperoni. This looks good. Now it's time to eat it. Yeah, this is great. The pepperoni tastes a little weird, but the cheese and the sauce make up for it. The mozzarella tastes good even unmelted, and the sauce was creamy. This is the perfect snack item, but would not even equate to a small lunch. Overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. For fullness, I give the pizza with pepperoni Lunchable a 6 out of 10. It was surprisingly more filling than the Ham and American Lunchable, but I think that I could eat a few more of these. For presentation, it gets a 10 out of 10. I loved making these, and they turned out great. I also liked that they put the sauce in a packet so that I could put it on the pizza very easily. So that concludes this episode of FSPA Eats. Today, we found out that Lunchables are definitely snack-worthy. Follow us on Instagram at FSPA Eats for more of our content. See you in the next one.